Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. It's time for Morning Manna, the last part of this whole cleanup on aisle one. This morning, this morning is generational. It's generational. I told you I couldn't let this go. I'm still working on it. I'm going to wrap it up today, though. But before I get into that, I just want to greet some people and ask, are you going to church Sunday? Make sure you do. It's going to be a word in the house at New Life. You know that it will be. Where are you going to church? And shout your man or woman of God out in this moment that we have together. And I greet a couple of people, and then we're going to get right into the word on this morning. Good morning, Erica. How are you? Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Good morning, the Angel of Greensboro. How are you? Good morning, Pamela. How are you? How's everybody on this morning? Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Verena. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Yeah, good morning, Joelle. How are you on this morning? Great morning that it is. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you on this morning? You know what? I told you all I'm going to finish. I promise you, no more. This is it. Clean up on hour one. This is the last time. But I'm telling you, it just keeps on speaking to me. So I just have to keep on sharing it with you all. Good morning, Anna. How are you on this morning? Pastor Perry, how are you on this morning? Hey, man, look. I'm gonna throw you overboard because you just left, didn't want to hear what the man of God had to say in my presentation a couple weeks ago. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll forgive you. We'll work through it. But how are you doing on this morning? Good morning, Ella. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Diane. How are you? Good morning, Pastor Lil. How are you? Hope you're feeling better. Good morning, April. How are you? How's the family? How are the grands after they've been baptized? What a wonderful morning. Going to Love Church. That's right. Pastor Monty, great man of God. That's right. Here we are. Good morning, Angela. You're going to New Covenant. That's right. Bishop, the presiding prelate of UHC. Great man of God. That's right. Shout your man or woman of God out on this morning. Brenda, good morning. Saying you going to New Life, and you know that. And you know that. All right. Don't do me like that. Oh, what are you talking about, Pastor Perry? Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But we won't fuss online streaming live in front of everybody, in front of company. How about that? Good morning, Aurora. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Yvonne, how are you on this morning? Look, I told you guys I cannot get away from this whole cleanup on aisle one. The staff was saying, Bishop, you need to do a series. I said, well, you know what? I'm only going to do some morning man. I might circle back later. But this whole piece about how things are just can mess up your life if you don't take care of business. And we saw that with Sarah, Hagar, and Abraham, and how we tend to just look at things through one perspective of scripture. But then when we begin to look at it at another, it's a whole different story. Well, this morning, let's jump right into it. And that is, I'm going to give you the text to talk to take away 5 minutes or less. What you need to do is share it right now. Share right now. You already know. Share it right now. Do a watch party and put your comments, revelation in the chat area so the cumulative effect can impact others as they watch. The text is Genesis 27, 5 and 6. Genesis 27, 5 and 6. Now, Rebecca was listening. Okay, another somebody overhearing somebody. You already remember Sarah overlist eavesdropping on God's theophany of the angel of God talking to Abraham, saying he was going to be blessed. Started laughing, caused a problem. Now Rebecca was listening. Who was she listening to? She was listening to Isaac, who's old. Rebecca is his wife. They have had children. Guess what their name is? Jacob and Esau in the womb. They are now older now. She overhears Isaac saying, look, you know I love some of that meat that you go and hunt and cook and some of them pots, and man, put that together so your daddy can eat and then bless you and be on about my way. She overhears it. She then tells on the 6th verse, she says, look, come here, Jacob, mama's boy, got it hangs around the house. Said, look at here. Your daddy is about to bless Esau. This is what I need you to do. You know the story. Goes out, fixes him something to eat, puts some wool over him. He comes in, takes the blessing, gets the birthright and the blessing. The blessing are the words over his life. The birthright is the legal deed to what the family has. There's a cleanup on aisle one in this situation. It's about to mess everything up generationally. It truly is. Because now Jacob and Esau will not get along for years to come. What's the first thing that I wanted you to share with you on this morning? Cleanups can transfer. Cleanups can transfer. If you don't take care of business at the very beginning, all that mess that was created can transfer. The second thing is this: cleanups must be cursed at their root. They must be cursed at their root. If you're a parent, you already know. Sometimes you look at your children, especially when they were small, and you see yourself in them. And if you're not careful, you try to beat it out of them. You can't beat it out of them. You got to discipline it out of it, pray it out of them. But you will see yourself. What am I saying? The mess that took a hold of your life can transfer to them. You got to curse it at its root. Because the third thing is this: it's generational. It's a DNA kind of a situation. Trauma transfers. And therefore, you got to make sure you take care of it. This is exactly what Rebecca does. She does the same thing that her mother-in-law does. She listens in. Now she starts conspiring to make things work her way, and she creates a mess for generations to come. How do you get rid of this? How do you deal with this? Stop it at its root. That's what Jesus said. Look, that fig tree that is not producing fruit, I'm cursing it right now. And from the root up, it's not the soil that was the problem, but from the root up, you got to go from the rooter to the tutor. Hey, I hope that blessed you. I hope you go to church on this Sunday. Got a word for you on this Sunday. Make sure that you don't miss wherever you go, and make sure that if you don't go, make sure you watch. Hey, I'll see you Monday morning with more Morning Manna. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Pastor Perry, I'm going to take care of you later. God bless you. Bye now.